In the last lecture, we have created the recurring document. Now we will use this recurring document to get the actual document posted in the system. And for this, we will be executing a recurring run. In order to display the recurring document, we use transaction code F.15. In order to execute the recurring run so that we can get the actual posting done, so we can use a transaction code F.14. So let's log in the system and use this transaction code F.14. Transaction code is F.14. Enter. So here if you just see the title, create the postings. Here we need to give the reference of our recurring document. Company code ID is 2266. And then we have our document number range. We can give it as 1 to all. If you know the recurring document number range, then you can enter that. Otherwise, if you enter here 1 to all, then that will also work. So let it be from 2 all 0, 1 to 3 all 0. That is our recurring number range. Fiscal year 2024. Here you can just see the further selection on which date we want to get this posting done. So we want this posting should happen on 1st of April. 1st of April 2024. This posting we want to have it through the batch input session. And for that batch input session, we need to give the name of the session. So let's have here the name of the session as April 24, and then we can just click on this execute button. Click on the execute button. So it is saying that the April session has been created. Now we need to go to that session and execute it. For that, we can go to the menu, system, services, batch input session, and we can click on this session. If you want to go to the screen directly, then you can use the transaction code SM35. If you run transaction code SM35, system is going to open this screen. On this screen, you need to pick your session. So for example, our session is April.24. Click on the process button. System will give you three options how you can process it. If you want this session to be processed in the foreground, background, or with display error. So with the foreground, what will happen? So whatever the document the system is going to post, so for each of the document, system is going to show you the header line item, and every time you need to press enter button for each of your line item. So for example, first line item, second line item, third line item, fourth line item. So for each of the line item, you need to press enter button and check the information is fine or not, or if you want to change that information. Background, so system is going to post the document. It will not be shown. So your document header and line item will not be shown. Posting will be done in the background. With display error, what will happen? So system will take you to that particular field, to that particular area which has the incorrect information or which has the missing information which needs your attention. So manually we can correct that information, we can enter that information, and with that the posting will be completed. We will be able to complete the session, or we will be able to complete this batch. So now we'll go with this. So if the system will not find any issue in any of the fields, then system will complete that batch. So we can go with this option, click on the process button. So it is saying that the processing of the batch session has been completed. So now we can exit the batch. So click on exit batch input. Now what we are expecting, so system should have created two actual documents. In order to display the document, we use transaction code FB03. Let's run transaction code FB03. In the company code 2266, we have our latest document number. It is 10010. Let's display this document number 10010. So you can just see this document we have with an GL 400 200, and we have the amount 31,000, and we can also observe here the date. It is coming as 1st of April, 1st of April. Then we can also compare it with the recurring document we have stored in the system, and we need to run here transaction code F.15 through which we can display all our recurring documents stored in the system. So here I'm going to display the recurring document 1 to all in the company code 2266 year 2024 execute. So here you see we have the amount 31,000 GL 400 200. Then the first document we have 21,000 and GL is 400 100. So this document we are able to find out that okay, this has been posted by a system. We can check the second document also, and the second document number we can enter as 1009 because two document created. So this is 1009, and you can just see this is with the amount 21,000 GL 400 100. So if you just compare with the recurring, so 21,000 and GL is 400 100. And here also you can just notice the posting date document date is 1st of April. Now we will also check that these documents have changed the GL account balance. So how we can find out? We can go to the account balance. First, let's have here the GL 400 100. Check the account balance for this GL. Execute. So for the fourth period, double click on the amount 111,000. We should have here a entry of 21,000. You can just see this is the entry we have 21,000 with the date 1st of April. Document number is 1009. Same way we can also check the GL account balance for the 400 200 wages, and we can also again check the GL account balance. So here we have 43,000. Double click on this, and here we will have the document with the 31,000. Date is 1st of April. So this is how we can make a use of the recurring run or recurring document for the posting of our actual document, which are to be posted on a particular date on a particular interval. Now let's assume that this recurring document which we are using, so every month we are doing the posting, but after some periods, after some month, so there are some changes we want to have it in that recurring document. For example, the amount got increased. We have created this recurring document. It is for rent or wages or for loan EMI. So that rent EMI got increased. So we want the subsequent document to be posted with that new amount. So for this, first of all, we need to make the changes in the recurring document. So if we can change the recurring document, yes, we can make the changes in the recurring document. And those changes will replicate only when you will change them, and after that you will use that recurring document. Then you will be able to see those changes. So here we have with us two recurring documents. Let me change the information in the recurring document, particularly amount. So for this, we can go to the transaction code. It is FBD2. Transaction code is FBD2. With this, we can just make the changes within the recurring document. This is the step number 7. Change the recurring document. Transaction code is FBD2. So in which recurring document we want to make the changes? Let it be the first document, the recurring document 2001. What changes you want to have? So here I want to change the amount. So let it be the amount from 21,000 to 21,500. So this amount we want to have on both sides, 21,500. So I want my subsequent posting system should do it with the amount 21,500 with the help of this recurring run. Same way for the second recurring document also, we want to change the amount. It is 31,500. 31,500. So I want the subsequent rent posting should happen with amount 31,500. Again, I'm going to execute the recurring run, and if I'm executing in the month of May, then if your period is closed, obviously system is going to give you the error message that the period is closed, posting cannot be happen. So what we need to do in case you want to have it in the May month, then you need to open this May month or a May period. So for that, we can go to the opening closing of period. We are using the posting period variant ID 2266, enter. So you can just see how many periods we have. We have the period up to 4. So up to 4 period we can do the posting. So let it be the period 5. Now let's test it. In order to test it, we can go to the f.14 once again, and we can give the company code ID. The recurring document number is, let it be 1 to all. Fiscal year And then when you want this posting to happen, so you want this posting to happen on 1st of May. 1st of May 2024. And then we need to give the session name like earlier. So session name is May 24. We need to click on this execute button. So it will give us a notification that session has been created. Now let's execute this session. So go to the menu, system, services, or this time I am using the transaction code SM35. So this is the session name we have, May 24. We can pick the session, click on the process button, and again we can process with second option, display error process. Click on the process button. So again we are expecting two document system should have posted, and we will also see with how much amount system has made that posting. So we can go to the FB03 display of the document. You can just see we got the new document number 100. Well, that is our latest document. Enter. And if you just see, this document system has posted on 1st of May with amount 31,500, GL 400, 200. We can also see the second document with the number 10011. So this is with the amount 21,000 again on 1st of May, GL is 400, 100. Now we need to also check if these documents have changed the GL account balance. Go to the GL account balance. First, let's check 400, 100 GL, execute. In the company code 2266, you can just see we have the posting in the month of May. Then we can check the GL 400, 200. Click on the execute button. So we have this posting in the 5th period with amount 31,500. It means this has hit our GL account balance also. So likewise, we can use this recurring document in the system for the subsequent posting. Now, at any given point of time, we want to delete this recurring document because we don't need it. So yes, we can delete the recurring document. For that, what we need to do? Again, we need to use the same transaction code FBD2, which we use for the changes. So here we can have the recurring document number 2002, that is the second document. In this, we need to go to the menu. In the menu, we have go to option. After that, we need to click on this recurring entry data. And after this, we need to select this checkbox. We need to select this checkbox, deletion indicator, then save it. Without this checkbox, system will not allow you to delete this recurring document. We need to go to the transaction code. It is F.56, step number 8 for the deletion of the recurring document. Let's have here the transaction code F.56, enter. Company code ID 2266. And which document you want to get deleted. So I want to delete all my recurring document. One to all fiscal year. So we want this first to be tested, then we can have the actual run. So let's go with the test run first. Click on the execute button. So you can just see this is the test mode. In the test mode, it is saying that we have this single recurring document number 2002. Why system has not taken the 2001? Because for that we have not selected the checkbox, deletion checkbox. That is the reason. And it has two line item. So do you want to delete it? Yes. For this, you go back, remove this test run, click on the execute button. It will be deleted by system. Again, it is asking you that do you want to delete it? Click on the yes option. So here we have now update run. Earlier it was coming as a test run. Now it is update run. It means this document got deleted. How we can check it? We can cross check with the help of transaction code F.15 through which we display the recurring document. So let's once again use this F.15 for the company code 2266. And then we can give the document number range as 1 to all. Year is 2024, execute. So we can just see here we have the document number 2001, whereas 2002 system is not showing you. Why? Because it got deleted. So this is how we can create, we can use, we can delete this recurring document. Now our next topic is foreign currency posting. What do you mean by the foreign currency posting? Till now we are using our local currency like we are using the document currency as our local currency. So our document currency is USD, our local currency or company code currency is also USD. But in the real time, if user has to enter some document in the foreign currency, it may be GBP, it may be INR, it may be SGD, or it may be AUD, CAD, or it may be some other currency. Then in that case, what we need to do? So whatever the foreign currency we want to use, so first of all, we need to create a combination of that foreign currency with the local currency. We need to we need to create a pair, we need to create a currency combination, and this currency combination we will be creating with a exchange rate type, so SAP has given us the three standard exchange rate type. So these are G, B, M. G is for the buying rate, B is for the selling rate, and M is the average rate. In most of the scenario in the real time, we prefer to have the M rate. We use exchange rate type as M. So how we can maintain that combination with this exchange rate type, where we can find them in the system? So first of all, in order to find these exchange rate type in the system, you need to follow this path, or you can run transaction code OB07. The question is, if you can create your own exchange rate type. Answer is yes, we can create our own exchange rate type also, where again we need to refer to the transaction code OB07. So you can just see this is a screen where we can use the standard exchange rate types provided by the SAP. We can create our own exchange rate type. In case you want to create your own exchange rate type, you need to give here the ID. So let it be the ID as 2266. So this is what? This is the exchange rate type for 2266, custom exchange rate type. Enter, save. Click on the save option. And if you want to use the standard exchange rate type, for this, what do you need to do? So you can just click on position button. First of all, you check if it exists or not. So we can go with the G. So G, it is saying that this is the standard exchange rate type for the buying rate. Then we have B, this is the standard translation selling rate. And then we have M, this is the standard translation average. So which one we want to have it? Let's say we want to have the M, which we commonly use in the real time. So how it is to be maintained? So for example, my document currency is GBP, and also like as a part of best practices, SAP has already created SAP has covered almost all the currency combination, and those combination are like SAP has already given with this standard exchange rate type as G or M. So we can find them in this next transaction code, which is OBBS. In this, what we need to do, so whatever the exchange rate type we want to use, so for this exchange rate type, we need to give the ratio. So how it is to be set up? Let's find out. Transaction code is OBBS. So here it will give you a warning message. So just you need to continue. Click on the continue button. SAP has given you multiple combination with the currency combination. So here it has the exchange rate type. Each of the standard exchange rate type, we have been given the currency combination. So we can just see we have AUD with the MYR, we have BRL with the AD, and so on and so forth. So if you are not able to see your currency combination here and you want to create your own currency combination, so yes, you can create it. So we can click on the new entry button. So which currency combination you want to use, and for this you need to also use your exchange rate type. So my exchange rate type is G and I want to use the currency combination. It is GBP USD. So this is the first currency combination we want to use, and it is valid in the system from, let's say, 1st of February. And then you need to give the ratio as 1:1. 1:1. Then we can have another currency combination. It is actually here first we need to take the local currency. So the local currency is USD and the document currency is GBP. Same way, here we have the local currency, company code currency USD, and document currency this time, let's say it is INR. And again, I will have the validity same date for this currency combination, and also ratio is same 1:1. Enter. Enter, save it, click on the save option. Now where you will see this ratio, we will see in the exchange rate table, where we can just see this exchange rate table. For this we need to use transaction code OB08. Transaction code is OB08. Enter the exchange rate. So here we can go to this transaction code OB08. So this is the table which a user has to maintain. So that user may be from the finance or from the treasury. So on a daily basis, he will be updating this table so that if the foreign currency document are to be posted, and it should pick the correct rate, and that rate should that rate belongs to the correct date. So how he would be, or he is supposed to update the rate? So he will be updating the rate in this screen, and we can click on the new entry button. Again, SAP has given you the standard entry. Standard entry means SAP has given you a standard exchange rate type, and for that we have been given already the rates. But if you want to make the changes in that, or if you want to have your new rate, for this you need to click on the new entry button. Click on the new entry button, and again here we need to give the reference of the exchange rate type. We are using M, and this first row I'm using for the currency combination GBP USD. Second, I'm using for INR USD. From which date we want to have this rate? So I want to have this rate. It is 4th of April. 4th of April. Now again, it is subject to the client requirement, business requirement, how often they want to update the rate on this table. If they want to update the rate on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, monthly basis, quarterly basis. But here we can update the rate on a daily basis also. And if it is to be entered on a daily basis, then the user will come here on and every day he will be updating the rate. For example, this is the rate we have for 4th of April. Then for 5th of April, 6th of April, he will be getting the rate from the treasury, from the bank, and he will be entering that particular rate here. How he will be entering it? I'll just show you. So first we'll have here the document currency GBP, and we'll have here the local currency USD. Then we have the second currency combination with the same date. It is INR USD. Now here you can just notice we have two quotation. So we have the direct quotation and we have the indirect quotation. So what is the direct quotation and what is the indirect quotation? What's the difference between the two? Direct quotation we will be using when the value of the foreign currency is greater than the value of local currency. So here we are assuming that the value of the GBP is greater than the value of USD. That is the reason here we are giving the direct quotation, and direct quotation rate we are giving here, it is 1.88. 1.88. And indirect quotation we will be using when the value of the foreign currency is lesser than the value of the local currency. So if in this case, in the indirect quotation, the value of your local currency is greater than the value of your foreign currency, in that case, you can go for the indirect quotation. So here it is saying that we have 1 USD is equal to how many INR? So let it be 86.88. So this is the rate we have updated for both of our currency combination. Now, when we are going to post the entry, so system should take these rates only. And for this, what we can ensure? We can ensure that this is the exchange rate type we have M. Okay. Likewise, we may have multiple exchange rate type. So how we can ensure that this particular exchange rate type system should pick, and based on that, system should pick the correct rate. So we need to default this exchange rate type where we need to default this exchange rate type in the document type. So when we normally post a document, so we have our document type SA. You can just see SA. Likewise, if you are in the real time, user is working on multiple document types, sometimes custom document type, in that we can assign the exchange rate. How, where we need to maintain? So you go to the document type, transaction code is OBA7. You pick your document type. In our case, let's say it is SA. Go to the detail option, and here you have the option called define, sorry, default value. Default value, under this we have the exchange rate type for FC document field. So what is this FC? FC means foreign currency document. So what is the default exchange rate type you want to have? So here you can have GB, or you can also have the custom exchange rate type, or you can also have here the N. So let it be the N, and after that we can go for the posting, and let's see how the system is going to pick the rate. So let's go to the F-02. So this is the date we are taking, 4th of April. Company code. This time currency I am taking as a GBP currency. Document currency is GBP currency. And then we can go down. We can mention here the GL 400 100 GL, enter. Now you can just see amount is coming GBP. Amount in LC means local currency, and the name of the currency is USD. So how much amount we have in the document currency? Let's say 1000 GBP. Then the amount in the LC we don't need to mention. Automatically it will be determined by the system based on the entry we have in the exchange rate. We have in the exchange rate table. Now we can give here the text salary paid in the GBP. 50 we have for the posting key cash account, 200 100, enter. Amount for the second line item, again it is 1000 GBP or asterisk text plus, and then press enter button. Now you can just see automatically system has derived the rate in the local currency as 1880. So the amount we have in the GBP document currency 1000, and amount we have in the local currency 1880. Why 1880? Because you can just see here system has picked which exchange rate type. System has picked the exchange rate type M. In that system has picked this rate 1.88. And it is also saying that this rate is for which date. So this rate is for 4th of April. And if I just show you that table, let me open the table also. Exchange rate table we can open with OP08 transaction code. Enter. Click on position button, exchange rate type, currency combination. And here you can just see we have 188, and this is for which date? For 4th of April. So this translation date is this date, valid from. This decimal value, we can take it up to 5 decimal value. We can give it 5 decimal value. So we have given here the decimal value as 1.88. Let's post it. Click on the save option. The document got posted. Document number is 10013. Let's display this document. So this will have the amount in both the currency, GBP as well as USD, and we can see here in the line item. So likewise, we can also do the posting for the another currency combination we have with the indirect quotation and transaction code F-02. This time I'm using currency, document currency as INR. INR, and then we can mention here the GL. It is, let's say, 400 300. Rent account. Amount is how much? Let's say 87,000. INR 87,000. And here we are paying the rent paid in INR. 50 posting key we have for the cash account. Cash GL 200 100. Amount for the second line item, again it is 87,000 or asterisk, and the text is plus. Now press enter button. So the amount system has translated into your USD currency, local currency. It is 1000.38, 1001.38. So why it is 1001.38? So you can just go to the document overview, check the exchange rate system has picked here. It is 86.88. And why this decimal, why this forward slash is coming? So this forward slash is coming, and it indicates that this is the indirect quotation. For a direct quotation, it will not show any forward slash. Always it will be shown for the indirect quotation. because it is the indirect quotation, the rate we have maintained. That is the reason it is showing you forward slash. So we can just save it, and we have given the document number. Let's see the document. Let's see the line item. System would have maintained the amount in both the currencies. Now, if let's say user is doing the posting, but user is saying that he has some 2-3 document, and those 2-3 documents he want to enter the exchange rate, which is different from one we have updated in the exchange rate table. So he don't want to refer the rate we have in the table. He want to have some special rate, and in that with that rate he want to get the posting done. So without changing the exchange rate table, without changing the rates in the exchange rate table, how we can get the posting done with some special rate, with some different rate. So at the time of posting the document only, we can provide that rate. How we can provide the rate? Let's see. So again, we have the F-02, we have the header, and in the header, we have the currency as foreign currency GBP. Now next to the currency, you can just see we have a field called rate. And in this field, we can update the rate. And let's say it is different from one we have in the exchange rate table. Currency, GBP. Press F4 key. And how much it is? Earlier rate we have taken, it is 1.88. Okay. Now I'm taking rate as 1.77. Enter and go to the line item. Let's have here the same GL. Enter. It will give you a warning message that rate you have updated in the table, it is 1.88, and the rate here you mentioned 1.77. So there is a deviation. So if you want to okay with the deviation, so press enter button to ignore it. And we can mention here the amount same, it is 1000 GBP as earlier, and text as salary paid to cash account 50, cash account 200, 100. Again amount 1000 for the second line item. Now press enter button. So you can just see how much system has translated into the USD 1717. Earlier it was 1880. Because this time system has taken which rate? The rate we have updated in the posting. So if you have the rate in the table and if you have a different rate at the time of posting the document, you are mentioning it. So always system is going to give the preference to this rate which you are mentioning at the time of posting. It will supersede that rate you have in the exchange rate table. Now I'm going to post it. Click on the save option and let's see the document after the posting. See the line item. So we can just display the line item. Here we have the amount in both the currency. Likewise, you can also do the posting for the INR. So let's do one more testing for the INR currency. We have here INR and the rate is, so we can maintain the rate. So for the direct quotation, you have this first field, but for the indirect quotation, you have this second field, and the second field we can maintain as it is, let's say how much, 86.11, 86.11, accept the rate. And here you can just see it is coming with the forward slash. Why? Because this is the indirect quotation. Then we can have here the GL, let it be 400, 300, enter. Again, it is giving you the warning message that the rate we have updated in the table, it is 86.88, and the rate we have here, it is 86.11. Okay, let's go with the 86.11. And here we have again the same amount, 87,000. In the text is amount asterisk text plus. Now we can just see this time the amount in the USD it is 1010. 1010. So here because we have given the rate as 86.11. If you want to save it, so you can just click on the save option. So this is how we can get the foreign currency posting done